Good afternoon again. Hello, how are you? All of you are feeling well. How are you, fine kids? Enjoying your life? Enjoying the chapter? I told it's an interesting chapter. Okay, very interesting. That's lots of schools I have seen. Students they are very eager to attend the next class of these biology lessons and all because it's about our human body. It's very interesting. Even if you are not selecting medical field, knowing all these things is good. It's a very good general knowledge regarding our own human body, isn't it? It's our body. Without knowing our own parts working and all, what's the use of living? Okay, that's a good general knowledge chapter. Okay, this is Midun Raj, your science teacher, signing in from this part of the world, Cochin, Kerala, and I hope all are fine there, isn't it? That part of the world is also peace and calmful, isn't it? Okay, so we were discussing about reflex arc in the last class. Okay, this is a reflex arc. You must study. This is the reflex arc. See, receptor, sensory neuron, relay neuron or integrator center, motor neuron, and effector. That's the reflex arc. See, skin, sensory neuron, relay neuron, motor neuron, muscle in the arm. Skin is getting the heat. That heat is given to sensory neuron. Sensory neuron takes that. Skin means receptor. Okay, gives message to sensory neuron. Sensory neurons takes message from the receptor to the relay neuron. Relay neuron connects sensory neuron to motor neuron. Motor neuron takes signals from spinal cord to muscles in the arms. Understand? From this relay neuron, during reflex action, listen this carefully. Okay, this one I didn't told in last class. This relay neuron, while it is in reflex action, directly it will send the message to motor neuron. Understand? If there is no reflex action, this relay neuron will send the message where? To the spinal cord, and the spinal cord will send the message to brain. From brain it will come back and it will reach us the motor neuron. Then muscles in the arm or the effectors. Okay, that is the different questions. Some questions will come like this. See, where is it? These are one more question. Identify the parts of the reflex. Actually, this is 2 more question. B. What is B? Spinal cord. Isn't it? This is the cross section of a spinal cord. If we cut our spinal cord, it will look like this. Next one. A. What is A? A is, see, the arrow mark is taking the signal from the sensor or receptor to the spinal cord. So it will be the sensory neuron. Any doubt? Okay. No doubt. B. Spinal cord. You already know. C. See the arrow mark? It is giving signal to the effector or muscle. So it is from spinal cord to the muscle. So it is the motor neuron. And what is this one? Relay neuron. Understand? D is the muscle or the effector. And what is this? It is nothing. It's a pan. Okay? Leave it. So next part is our human nervous system. Okay, the brain and the spinal cord. You studied about neuron, you studied about reflex action. Now the most important part of our human body is the human nervous system, which consists of central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Autonomic nervous system also is there. It's a part of peripheral nervous system. Okay, central nervous system will have the boss, the brain, and the manager, the spinal cord. Peripheral neural system has the employees, which is known as the nerves. Understand? Let's see. Wow, it's a great picture, isn't it? If we break our head and take our brain out, it will look like this. I don't know. I have never seen a live brain. I have only seen these things in videos and photos and all. Okay, in some museums I have seen, some science exhibition also I have seen. Okay, once I have seen one live decimated body of a dead man from a medical college science exhibition. But I didn't understand anything because I am not a medical student. My main is physics. But this is brain anyway. There is no doubt regarding that. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. But in this picture, actually, this is the vertebra column. Understand? This is the vertebra column. These different bones which we have in the spine, it is called as vertebra column. Inside this bone, inside this collection of bones, there is a small pipe, that is spinal cord. Understand? Understand? That is spinal cord. That small pipe inside our vertebra column is spinal cord. Why it is calling as the vertebra column? Because those who have spine, they are called as vertebrates. And those who does not have spine, they are called as invertebrates. You studied this in 8th standard, I think, 8th or 7th. Vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates, for example, human beings, most of the animals like cat, dog, fish, all are vertebrates. Birds, lots of invertebrates are also, non-vertebrates are also there. They are like octopus, mosquitoes, snail, and they are not vertebrates. Okay. Anyway, that is not our part. Our part is brain and spinal cord. Let's see. Ding. Central nervous system, you already know. Brain and spinal cord. So see, peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system is what? Peripheral nervous system consists of cranial nerves arising from the brain and spinal nerves arising from the spinal cord. 2 new words, 1 more questions. What is cranial nerves? What is spinal nerves? Understand? It's nothing. Craniary. Cran means something related to brain. Okay. Spinal nerves means nerves coming from the spinal cord. Understand? Directly some nerves are coming out from the brain. Those nerves are known as cranial nerves. Okay. Peripheral nervous system means 2 types of nerves are there. Cranial nerves and spinal nerves. See, these are the cranial nerves. These are the spinal nerves. Mostly cranial nerves connects what all things? Let's see. Some of the parts of our face. What is this? Ear and eyes, face muscles. You can move our different muscles in the face. What is that for? Human beings has a lots of expression in our face, isn't it? During crying, how is our face? During angry, how is our face? All these things is been because of this facial muscles. Some muscles are there in the upside of our ear also. We can move our ear. Some people can move our ear, isn't it? That is because of these muscles. That is also coming directly from the what is this? Some other different some digestive nerves are also there. This thing is not important, but the definition. What is cranial nerves? Nerves arising directly from the brains are known as cranial nerves. What is spinal nerves? Nerves arising directly from the spinal cord is known as spinal nerves. Spinal nerves and cranial nerves makes the peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system, only brain and spinal cord. Next part of the brain. We are going in deep study regarding brain. Not in deep, only one introduction. In deep study means it will take years. Understand? It's a big part of medical science. Okay, neurology. Brain is divided into 3 parts: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain means which is in the front. Midbrain means which is in the middle. Hindbrain means which is in the back. Understand? 3 parts. So this is the main parts, mostly called as cerebrum, that I will study. Midbrain is small here in the center of, and the other thing, this yellow part is known as this thalamus, cerebrum, spinal cord and all. The head of the spinal cord is also known as this hindbrain. Okay? So the main part is 3: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Okay? This is the face, understand? Here is our eyes and all. Okay? This is our back side, this is our front side. So which is in the front part, which is called as forebrain, middle brain, hindbrain. 3. It is divided into 3. Functions of the brain. Too many functions are there. Functions of the brain. Forebrain, midbrain. Okay. Protection of the brain. I will try to cover maximum portion today. See, first one. Brain receives information from all parts of the body and integrates it. Integration means what? It will collect all those things. For example, at the same time, a lots of thing is happening in our body. Isn't it? We are breathing, We are seeing, we are hearing, we are smelling, we are swallowing saliva is produced in our mouth, we are sweating. Sometimes during running time we are running, we are sleeping, we are jumping. Digestion is occurring in our alimentary canal, isn't it? Small intestine is absorbing these nutritions and all. Blood is flowing through our body. All these things are happening in our body at a particular time. Every time, most of the time. Understand? So let us imagine a different types of signal is being sent to different part of our body. If our brain is lazy, if our brain is lazy, and brain is telling, okay, for 10 minutes I am resting, and suddenly brain wakes up and he sends some messages which he want to send to the digestive system, and now he is sending to our eyes. What will happen? Yes, HCl acid will be produced in our eye and we will be blind. Am I right or wrong? Anyway, it won't happen, okay? That is integration. Understand? Lots of signals are coming from different parts of our body. Okay? The brain will integrate it. It will sort it out. Which message want to send to the digestive system, which message want to send to the lungs, which message to the liver, which message to the pancreas, which message to the thyroid, which message to the eyes, which message to the tongue, ear, hands, muscles, blood vessels. That's a very, 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 very big process. Understand? That control is coming under the power of brain. Understand? That is called as, and integrates it. Means sort it out and sends correct message to correct area. Understand? Okay. It is involved in voluntary action like writing, talking, etc. Voluntary and involuntary, you already studied that before. Voluntary actions means things which we can control. Understand? Voluntary actions. Whatever things we are physically doing, they are voluntary. Especially reflex action is an exception, but all the other things are like walking, writing, sitting, standing, drinking water, running, jumping, all these are voluntary. We can control that. But involuntary things are there which is happening inside our body, like digestion, nutrient, blood vessels, flowing of blood, heartbeat. Breathing also is an involuntary process. Okay, we can hold the breath for some time, but after that it will come out. Okay, it is impossible for us to hold the breath till death. It is impossible. No human beings can do that. Anyway, I cannot do that. I don't know about you. So, brain receives information from all parts of the body and integrates it. It is involved in the voluntary actions. Voluntary actions means the actions which we can control, like writing, talking, walking, jumping, etc. It sends message to muscles. What message? WhatsApp message or a text message? Hi muscle, how are you? The brain is sending like that. Anyway, my brain is not sending. They are sending me electrical signals to work. Understand? If your teacher is telling you, take the book, take the pen and write the answers, what is happening? First, your sense organ the receptors in your ears are hearing that, and that signal is sent to the brain, and brain will receive that signal and the brain will give order to your muscles. Take your book, muscle will move, and your hand will move, that hand will take the book from the bag. Then next message, take the pen, the muscle will move, the hands will take the pen, and next message from the brain, write the answers. Before that you must know what is the answer, right? Of course, the brain is not a fool. Brain will tell, listen carefully to the teacher. Understand? All those things have been happening where? It is happening in our brain. Understand? Okay, fine. So the brain allows us to think and take actions based on that thinking. That is another good thing. If the teachers are telling you, take students your notebook, your pen and start to write. But some lazy students are there. What they will do? They will sit like that. I won't do that. Who is this teacher? I don't care. And he will tell the brain, no need to do that. Stay idly. We can sleep. Okay, fine. Understand? That is the brain. It will think if you want to do or not. Sometimes it is a good thing. Just imagine that your teacher is telling you to jump from a fourth floor to the first floor. The teacher is telling to jump down from a fourth floor. Will you do that? No, before your brain will think. Isn't it? No, I won't jump. If I jump, I will die, or I will break my spine, I will break my legs. It's foolishness to jump from the fourth floor, isn't it? So that's our brain. Thank God we have a brain, isn't it? Wow, that's great. That are some of the functions of the brain. I will give directly to the notes. Functions of brain mostly never asked. It's very easy. Already you know that. So this is important. Functions of different parts of our brain. Forebrain and midbrain is there. Hindbrain is there. Midbrain and hindbrain. In textbook it is given both same functions. Actually midbrain also has some functions. Elaborately it is not given. Forebrain, this part is very important regarding brain. Understand? Functions of the forebrain or the top brain or the front brain. Forebrain is the main thinking part of the body. Thinking of human beings is being done in forebrain. Thinking and all. Regions which receive sensory impulses from various receptors. Sensory impulses from different parts of our body reaches the forebrain. Understand? Sensory impulses reaches the forebrain. Thinking area. It has separate areas for hearing, smell, sight and all. Hearing, smell, sight all are senses, isn't it? So these all things are being done in the forebrain. See, understand? Thinking, sensing. That is the main thing. That is the main part also. Okay, forebrain is the main part of our body. Not body, brain. See, if you divide forebrain like this, understand? If you divide forebrain, this is some part is, this is cerebellum. This is cerebrum that we will study. This part controls language and touch. The back part, visual processing. What all things we are seeing, it is done in the back part of the forebrain. Thought, memory and behavior, front part. Hearing, learning and emotions, some part of the hindbrain and midbrain. Balancing and coordination is done through here. Understand? Cerebrum. Balancing. That we will study. We will study. Don't worry. I am not finishing it. We will study in detail. Heart rate and temperature. Here. That means involuntary actions. Heartbeats and all are involuntary actions. It is not done by the forebrain. Let's see next. So, parts of hindbrain. See, this is cerebellum. This is pons. Cons and pons. We are only studied pons here. Spinal cord is also here. Not only this much. Spinal cord is long. Understand? My screen is very short. That's why I stopped it here. Otherwise, it will go down, full down. So this part is known as pons. Okay, this is the medulla. Where is medulla? Actually, medulla oblongata is somewhere here. It is not given in this diagram. Okay, this cerebellum, spinal cord, pons. This small thing is called as the pituitary gland. Okay, which secretes growth hormone. Understand? That we will study in the hormone part. See, functions of the hindbrain. What is the main functions? Involuntary actions, the actions which we cannot control. It is being done in hindbrain, including blood pressure, salivation, vomiting, controlled by medulla in the hindbrain. See, where is the medulla is not given here? Oh my God, why is not given? Anyway, that picture in the textbook, it has that. Well, wait 1 second, I will try to find it out. Sorry. Where is my chapter called Control and Coordination? Here is our brain. See. Come on. This is the brain we want to draw in our notebook. Understand? I will explain with this photo. Okay, that all for this class. So this part is the forebrain. Understand? Inside this part is midbrain, thalamus, hypothalamus. Thalamus and hypothalamus comes here. Hypothalamus and thalamus also important. Pituitary gland. See, this small one is pituitary gland. It's a hormonal gland which secretes a particular type of hormone called as growth hormones, which helps in our growth. Hindbrain has pons, medulla and cerebellum. Spinal cord also is there. Pons, another function, medulla, involuntary actions, cerebellum also some involuntary actions are there. So these are the different parts. This diagram you want to draw. Understand? How to draw, I will explain afterwards. Okay? Try to draw with your own idea. Okay, I will tell my idea, but maybe my idea won't be easy for you. If you can draw a good diagram, it is easy. Otherwise, there's a different methods to draw. Anyway, it's easy, just like a capsule, like a bean. See, like a bean. And these all things, some designs and all. This how to draw these designs. It's not that much difficult. Here's the midbrain. This is cranium and skull. This is the bone which we have. Okay, this part here we have the eyes and all, the nose, something like that. So this is the cerebrum. This part is known as the cerebrum, cerebellum. This is the cerebellum. This one, midbrain, or here thalamus, hypothalamus is there, pituitary gland, pons, medulla. This area medulla. Okay, the joining part of spinal cord, cerebellum. So this is the main structure of the brain. I'll give the picture, you want to draw it in your notebook neatly, want to know. Not now, during what? During what? You are writing that notes, at that time you want to draw. Forebrain you already studied, okay, hindbrain. Functions of hindbrain, actions like involuntary actions. Functions of cerebellum, you know the cerebellum, this part, this one, this like flower-like thing. Functions of cerebellum includes cerebellum controls activities like walking in a straight line, riding a bicycle, picking up a pencil, etc. So actually these are voluntary actions, understand? Picking up a pencil, riding a bicycle, walking and all is voluntary actions. But there must be a control for all those things, understand? Picking up a pencil. If you want to pick the pencil, you must correctly move your hand towards that pencil. If you are placing your hand 5 inches away from that pencil, can you pick it? No, because you must need that precision, that accuracy must be there. Riding a bicycle, is it easy to ride a bicycle? If you know how to ride, if you have the balance, it is easy. But that balance you must have while riding a bicycle or a motorbike, isn't it? Or a roller skates and all. So that balancing part is done by cerebellum. Actually, cerebellum, it makes the voluntary action perfect. Understand? It is responsible for the precision of voluntary action. Precision means accuracy. Okay, accuracy. That accuracy is being done by this cerebellum. Especially these sharp shooters and in archery, those who are getting gold medal and all, their cerebellum is very powerful. Understand? For example, a good bowler also, which aim is correct. Their cerebellum is working. Their cerebellum is very, very strong. And balance of the body. So that's the work of cerebellum. Protection of the brain. See, this is our brain. No doubt regarding that. Understand? This is our brain. There is no doubt regarding that. So actually, first there is a not a sneeze, sorry. Excuse me, my kids. Oh my god, that was a strong sneeze. I thought my mouth went outside. What was I telling? Okay, protection of the brain. Brain is placed inside a body box. Body box means not Bonnie's box. Bone means bone bone. The bone which we have, and it is called as the skull. This is the skull. It's very, very thick. Not thick, very, very strong. Not only that, brain is contained in a fluid-filled balloon which absorbs further shock absorption. Actually, this outer part is the skull. Anyway, skin is there outside. Inside that there is our skull, which is made up of bone. Another layer is there called as dura. Okay, the function you don't want to study. In between this brain and that there is a small gap is there, a small gap. And that gap is filled with this cerebrospinal fluid. And that cerebrospinal fluid is all over the outside of the brain and also layers of the intestine. No, sorry, not intestine. Oh my god. Spinal cord, not intestine. Oh my, it's not intestine, okay. It's spinal cord, not intestine. Don't tell that it's intestine. Somebody will slap you in your face if you tell this is intestine. Intestines come from the brain. Oh my goodness. Sorry for that, okay. So the first part is the skull, okay. and skull. After that, there is a particular layer called as dura. Then a fluid is filled inside, not inside the brain. Okay, brain's outside, and in between the skull and the brain, a particular fluid is there. It's a colorless fluid called as cerebrospinal fluid. That is also important. Its purpose is to protect the brain by absorbing the shock. If somebody hit your head, if that hitting it directly to the brain means you are dead. To protect you from that blow, your brain is protected by a bony box, a box made by bone called as the skull. Understand? Skull. And below that skull, a particular layer called dura is there. Below that and between brain, there is a fluid, a balloon-like structure which is filled with fluid. It's like a balloon-like structure. So simply the fluid is not going here and there. It's like that means it will enter our brain and all. But it's a balloon-like structure is there. And it is filled with a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, types of movement in plants. Okay, that's filled. This is some application level question. Walking in straight line, which part is helping us? Cerebellum, okay, fine. Picking up a pencil, balancing. Cerebellum, sorry. Blood pressure, involuntary action, hindbrain. Question is asked by the teacher in the class. How you are understanding it? Thinking, where it's happening? Forebrain or cerebrum? Change in size of pupil in response to intensity of light. Okay, that is midbrain. Okay, these things I will give a chart. I will give a chart to understand these all things. Not only these questions, lots of questions will ask. Understand? Okay. That's the end of the brain. Not the brain, that's the end of the nervous system. Next we will study coordination in plants. What is this? Leaves of sensitive plants move very quickly in response to touch. Touch me not plant. You heard this? I don't know what's in local Kannada word what you are saying. It is touch me not plant. Touch me not. If you touch it, it will shrink. Movement dependent on growth. Directional movement of a seedling is caused by growth. Seedling means that small seed, the tiny seed from which a huge plant comes out. All these things are hormonal process, and that we will study in the next class. Okay, so that's it. I hope the human nervous system part was very easy. I think that this chapter will finish before that. It won't take that much time. Okay, we already finished the not difficult part, the bigger part. The next part is very simple. 5 class, 6 class, it's finished. Okay, so bye bye, American kids. Stay home, stay safe. Signing off from this part of the world. Bye bye and Jai Hind.